Alrighty, the match is starting and let's get into things. So, we are playing Mightysquirrel versus Dani. So, we do have Haruka versus Stanton, and personally, I'm not a huge fan of Haruka at the moment. I think she is a bit too much underwhelming. I mean, she can definitely win matches, uh, but compared to the other characters, I think she's just at a slight disadvantage. So, we'll see how things go anyway. So, anyway, let's get underway. So far, both players just not really looking too solid defensively, but we'll see if that changes. So, Mightysquirrel going for the wall bounces so far, not really working out. Dani with a nice push shot. Mightysquirrel unable to get it. So we do have Dani in the lead so far, 28 to 12. Another nice shot around. Mightysquirrel does find Dani in the lead, 38 to 12. So this is just a best of 3. Do any of you guys have a prediction for this match? I'm going to go ahead so far and say possibly a 2-0 for Dani. So far it seems like he has a bit more control over his shots. Positioning, they both seem to be roughly the same in their position. And Mightysquirrel once again for a drop shot. Dani does manage to reach it and manages to get it past Mightysquirrel. So the first set will go Dani's way, putting him 1 set up to 0 in this first game. So Index going for 2-0 as well. Yeah, it does look like it could be going that way so far. Mightysquirrel with the quick curve. And a simple inside curve gets past Mightysquirrel. A bouncer coming out from Dani, quick curve from Squirrel, but once again just not really being in the right position to get to that shot defensively, and Mightysquirrel has already found himself down 22 points to 0, make that 30 points to 0 as he cannot find the disc. So yeah, it just looks like he's kind of lost on this court right now, unable to kind of read the shots Dani is throwing at him. And it's probably just down to a lack of play time, I guess. He probably doesn't really have the experience. So this most likely is his first tournament, which is of course good to see. This is where you want to be playing your first tournament, in the Novice tournament. So 44 to 0 is the score already, and there we go. Dani with the just shot into the post does make it 60 points to 0. So we do see a jam in the second set of this first game. So already 1-0 to Dani. It does look like we could see that 2-0 prediction. So yeah, like Index says, it is the Novice tournament. Don't be expecting too many high level players. This is a tournament for newer players and pretty much seeing what the newer players have to offer. So, and already Dani kicking things off, being 14-0 up. Just a nice placement into the left corner. Mightysquirrel pushes up a little bit, tries to go on the aggressive, and yeah, it's kind of working out for him. He's managing to keep the rally going so far, and Dani with the block lobster. So we do see Mightysquirrel kind of finding a playstyle that could work for him right now. If he starts to play a bit more aggressive, maybe it could catch Dani off guard, and maybe Dani will not have any answers to this aggressive playstyle. So he is just up right now though, and places it nicely in the corner. Mightysquirrel unable to reach it. So maybe I'd like to see some more aggressiveness coming from Mightysquirrel, but what I noticed so far from Mightysquirrel is it's something that a lot of newer players do. They move around too much. They don't really focus on their positioning and keep an eye on where they're standing, but they're constantly on the move. So it kind of feels good whenever you start playing just to constantly keep moving, especially on those faster characters. You know, you want to be moving around a lot because you feel super fast, but it's definitely a mistake that you should try and get over quickly. So it's something we're seeing from Mightysquirrel quite a lot. He's constantly moving and just finding himself out of position quite a lot. So Dani is able to take advantage of that so far, and he hasn't dropped a set yet. So he does seem to be the more experienced player of the two, getting those just shots, but he keeps falling for these drop shots. So maybe Mightysquirrel will have to kind of try and rely on those more. It is something a lot of newer players will rely on, those drop shots, trying to catch their opponents out, and I would expect Dani to try and be more aware of them now, especially since Mightysquirrel has did them quite a few times against him now. It's something he should be watching out for, so even a little bit of inexperience on Dani's side, even though he has shown that he is looking pretty comfortable in this matchup. But Mightysquirrel did find himself in the lead, if only for a second. Dani taking it back 26 to 23. Nice push shot coming out from him. Mightysquirrel does get it this time, goes for the wall. Dani almost blocked Lobster again, goes for the drop shot, and Dani once again cannot get to the drop shot from Mightysquirrel. So once again, Mightysquirrel goes in the lead, but once again, only for a second. Dani back in the lead, 36 to 34. So mistakes coming out from both players, but it's kind of interesting, you know, seeing which character, or sorry, not which character, which player will fall for which mistake. And there it is, the game already over, 2-0, but at least we had a very interesting last set. It ended up being pretty close, 54 to 34, and yeah, I'm sure both players probably enjoyed that match. Mightysquirrel just being a bit too inexperienced compared to Dani, who has been playing quite a bit recently. And